Hey everybody, welcome back to B-Dub's Disc Golf. Today I am at Sunrise Disc Golf Course and I am going to try out some new discs. We'll see how it do. My goal is to try each and every one of them at least once and see if I can play this course with discs that I really haven't played before. So maybe one I have played before, but we'll see, including a new putter. So basket number one, 241 feet. We're going to go with a lightweight M4. Nope, that was not good. Let's try an Opto Claymore. Man, everything must be some kind of wind thing happening up there. The putter I'm playing with today is a PX3. All right. There's a fair amount of wind, so definitely noticed it on one. So I'm going to stable up a little bit with Viking Disc Rune Armor, 243 feet. So I've practiced both with the Opto Claymore and the lightweight Prodigy M4. I like their flights. They tend to fly straight to a little bit understable. And with the wind that I had on basket one, they were the bad choice. But so far, at least in the field, I've liked those discs. So even though I threw a putter was a great choice because it got me within, I don't know, probably about 10, 12 feet from the basket. And the stability of the Rune in armor plastic is fantastic. What? I didn't even see what? I didn't even see what happened. So I'm going to have to look at that replay. How did I miss that? That makes no sense. This is a strike against the PX3 in this super soft plastic. I don't think that was a bad putt, but I'll have to check it out. We are even after two, and I have not rewatched the video, so I'm very curious in post what happened to that that putt. Hey, like and subscribe. Really appreciate it if you would. If you enjoy this unique throwing different disc, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you're doing great. Basket number three, 238 feet. I'm actually going to throw a fairway driver. This is Viking Disc Cosmos. The flight numbers are 7501, and they are so wrong. So I'm going to try to hyzer flip this because this is a very flippy, understable disc, despite what the numbers say. Get in the basket. Oh, that was an ace run. Fairway driver is way too much disc for 238 feet, but had that gone in, that would have been awesome. You can also notice the hyzer flip. It did exactly what I said it was going to do because it's a flippy disc. Flight numbers are way off. This might have been the best throw, worst result I've ever had on this channel. I'm below the tee pad for number 5. I got to get this disc way up there. So I'm going to use Viking Disc Axe. It's marked as a stable mid-range, but this sucker is beefy AF. So I'm going to throw it like I would my distortion. I think that's okay. So again, I'm putting with the PX3. So we're on the par train. So far, So this is in Storm plastic. I like the feel of the Storm plastic. Reminds me a lot of Champion plastic in Inovie, if you're familiar with that plastic. I tend to like clear, hard plastics. So if you like clear, hard plastics, check it out in Storm plastic. So far, the flight numbers of many of the Viking discs have been way off. So this says it's 4301. It's more like 4302, maybe even 4303, to be perfectly honest. Basket number 4, 170 feet. We are going to pull out the axe again and see if we can't get it up, muscle it near the basket. That actually should be really good. A little early, but let's see if we can't get our first birdie of the round. Oh, bad putt. Cannot blame the disc on that. That was just a bad putt. Basket number 5, 183 feet. We're gonna go with the rune again with a little bit of Annie. So they've added this wall of logs behind the basket. And so what's cool about that is, number one, you can do ace runs with a little bit more safety, because had those wall logs not been there, that disc would have went way past the basket. Now I should have an easy putt for birdie, unless it spits out like last time. So I've got 2 mid-ranges that I'm going to try for this shot that I threw on number 1. And so that's my Opto Claymore. I actually bought this disc because of the YouTube channel 6-sided disc. They named this the straightest mid-range that they tested. So definitely looking for something to replace my lost M3. And let's see how this flies. I might try this one and my light M4. Missed my line a little bit to the right, but that disc was flying pretty straight. Now my light Prodigy M4. Oh, that disc was flying pretty straight too. At least in the field, and the few times I've thrown the Claymore and the light M4, I've liked them both. Matter of fact, I haven't decided which one I might go. I tend to have an allegiance to Prodigy, but the problem I have with the M4 is I purposely got it light, because if you get like a max weight M4 from Prodigy, they tend to be a little bit more overstable, and everyone says you have to hit trees, and then after a while they become less stable and too straight. But I wanted something right out of the box that was straight, so that's why I tried the light M4, and it really is straight, a little bit understable, and I like it a lot. But both of them, well, that one especially in the wind, took off in the wind. So I might stick with the Claymore. Who knows? We'll see. Upshot with the axe. Basket number 7, 208 feet downhill. This shot always screams PA2, but I don't have my PA2 today. I have my rune. So let's see if we can't get this rune down there. Ah! I hope it doesn't roll to the goalie. I don't know if it's the plastic or if it's the shape of the rune, but it has a tendency to be more likely to stick on my finger and go right, and be on my hand a little bit too long. Compared to my PA2, but otherwise the rune is in my bag because I like it, and I find that it has the stability that I want in a putter, and its goal is to be my basket 7 killer at Triad. All right, we're gonna do a quick flick of the axe. Oh no, that was a bad throw, bad flick. This is a tough putt, but it would be cool if I make it. The thing I don't like about that putter, and normally with putts it doesn't matter in terms of stability, but that sucker is stable, and so it moves to the left as soon as it can. All right, a new disc to the bag, and I actually have no idea how it's going to throw, but a Buzz SS, a Page Shoe 2018 World Champion Buzz SS. So according to this, the flight numbers are 5, 4, -2, 1. So let's see how this sucker flies. So I threw it with hyzer, because that's what I would normally do with my PA5. And my PA5, because it's understable, would flip to flat, maybe even turn right. That disc didn't flip at all. Like, it didn't have any interest in going flat or moving right. So maybe I put too much hyzer on it, I don't know. But like I said, I've never thrown that disc before, so that was the first time. So maybe it was a lesson learned. I need to not throw it with that much hyzer. Once again, we are pulling out the axe. Very nice. If I were to bag the axe, it would be to replace my distortion. But since I don't want to replace my distortion, the axe will not be in my bag. So this would be my PA5 all the way. A backhand and hyzer to the left, have it drift to the right. I often park my PA5 with that shot, or I hit a tree. It's either one or the other. So let's try the same shot, but with my Prodigy M4. And it's interesting that it kept going, and at the end, it stabled out at the end. I still should have a putt, but I'm used to my PA5 just keep going and going all the way towards the basket. Honestly, what that just highlighted is that I don't throw discs on any well, and so I need something that's going to be understable like my PA5 so that I can throw it flat, or maybe with a little bit of ante, and know that it's just going to keep going towards the basket. Out of all the mid-ranges that I've used, the Prodigy M4 won that battle. I have a tree in my way, so let's use the stability of this disc. It's also not very glidey. It's like it sinks. It's like I'm putting with a bird. Basket number 10, short 95 feet. We've got double mando, axe time. Basket number 11 at Sunrise. If you're a regular watcher of the channel, you know I'm not a huge fan of 11 unless we make it a par 4. But we gotta basically get this through this gap and make a very hard left. So axe time and see if we can't get into circle 2. Super lucky, super lucky. So here's the thing, going through the trees is the closest route to the basket. But here's the problem. Number one, going through the trees is insane because I'm going to turn the camera to show you how many trees you have to get through. That's how many trees you have to get through to get to this basket. So going through the trees is the shortest route, but the likelihood that you will get through the trees is super low. And then on top of that, I'm still at the edge of circle 1, maybe circle 2 from the basket, and I have a tree right in front of me. So I'm still going to try. That was a horrible try. Anyway, if you know the secret to 11 at Sunrise, let me know. Basket 12, 150 feet. Should be another easy flick with the X. Or a really bad one. I think that was the worst throw I've ever had on this. 12. This is one of those pars that feels like a bogey. So I do have new drivers. So I have Viking Disc Ragnarok, and so this is a distance driver, 11.5 -1.2. You've already seen my very flippy fairway driver with the erroneous flight numbers of 7501. I would say it should be 75 -2 1. Yeah. Viking Disc Berserker, also in Storm Plastic, 10.5 -3 2. And then I have an Innova. This was super popular for a little bit, maybe it still is. Champion Gorgon, another 10.6 -2 1. So this is really the only opportunity that I have to throw these 3 discs, so we'll give them a shot. We'll start off with the Berserker. Bad kick. Now we're going to go Gorgon. The Berserker is definitely more flippy than the Gorgon. And then last, but certainly not least, the Ragnarok. So basically, a weakness in my game is getting over on the disc or putting a little bit of Annie on a disc to get it to turn a little bit to the right. Those discs are understable, but when you throw them that nose up and not enough Annie, they're just simply not going to turn enough for you. I think I have a putt. I have a putt. It's certainly not an easy one. So basket number 14, 240 feet. We have a left Mando, and so we're going to go with the Rune. Oh man, oh well. So I normally throw my PA2 on that shot. My PA2 tends to turn right a little bit. Am I blaming the disc? Yes, yes I am. I joke, but there is something to be said about discs that you just like. You like the plastic, you like the way it feels in your hand, and you just have more confidence when you throw them. I'm not confident in this PX3. I don't really like the plastic. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the mold. And so I want my disc back. I want my putter back. So, and which is weird. This is a PX3. My putter is a PA3. Should that make a big of a difference? Probably not. But anyway, I'm going to make this putt. After I make this putt, like and subscribe, please. It bounces off the chains too. Crazy. I normally use my distortion, so it's axe time. We're gonna flex it, see if we can't get it down by the basket at the bottom of the ravine, 222 feet. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the axe. This disc does not fly like my distortion. I do not know if I have the disc for this, but we're going to go with the Gorgon. I think it'll be okay. Not the greatest location, but hopefully I can get out of here. All right, let's give this putt some power. Oh, man, I'm telling you, this putter likes to go left. 1,790 feet. I'm gonna go with my M4. That was a little bit of Yanksville, but I still may have a putt. I will say one thing that I am liking about the M4 is that it's consistently finished left. Yeah, I can't putt that putter. Just can't putt it. So it's basket 18, 281 feet. The disc that I want, I don't have, but this Buzz SS has been playing stable for me. So I'll see if I can't just get it through this very large gap and have it finish to the left. Oh. Well, I hope you enjoyed my famous pinball shot. That does not do what my distortion does. Long putt for par. Get in. Well, not my best round, but it's kind of fun to try out different discs. Definitely shows you how, when pros do in the bag, they have spent time and effort trying to figure out which discs they want in their bag for all the different shots that they have. And so the nice thing about trying out new discs is that you might discover a slot or a disc that does something better for you than a disc that you currently have in your bag. So for example, my Rune that I threw today actually replaced my Sensei. I like the way it throws. I just have to remember with my Rune, it's really not going to turn right at all. It's just going to go straight and finish left, which is really what I wanted my Sensei to do, and it kind of stopped doing that with the wear and tear. The Ragnarok is something that I can crank over and it's not going to turn over. And so the Ragnarok is in my bag currently, and I kind of like it. And the straight mid-range, right now the Melita is in my bag. I'll be honest with you, I need to throw the M4 and the Claymore more because I think I like one of them better than the Melita, just being honest. My only issue with the M4 is I love the flight, but with the lightweight, I think it'll be impacted by wind. So I'm a little concerned about that. So I'll maybe putting the Claymore in my bag, so we'll see. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe and tell me about some new plastic that you might be throwing that you think I should try or I should show on my video. So as always, thanks for watching. And if you see me out there on the course, don't forget to say hey.